And we're very interested in investigating ideas and the landscape around Lake Ballard. I guess my background is that I'm a prospector, so I always feel like when I come to a place like this I'm still just prospecting for ideas. My name's Trinidad. Yeah, the lake is a pristine environment, supposedly around 400 million years old, but the diversity for microorganisms, for fauna, for flora is unbelievable. You know, everywhere you go in that salt lake you see footprints, whether it's kangaroos, insects. I had this idea that if I took something like these books and I actually buried them in the mud, the microorganisms would penetrate into the book and somehow or another become a part of that, and probably ironically something to do with reading the landscape. Yeah, I had the idea of sort of playing around with fences are traditionally used in this environment as borders, as kind of territorial borders denoting one paddock to another or one segment of land to another. But in the instance of Gormley's work, which is further west on the lake, the figures don't actually represent boundaries, they actually represent mini destinations, which is an incredibly important part of the reading of this landscape, particularly for Indigenous, is destination to destination. And in a nomadic sense, that's driven by, I don't know, human urges, nature, curiosity. So yeah, I just wanted to respond to that somehow. So in the end I have drilled holes into the books and I've threaded wire through those and kind of emulate this idea of fence posts. And then of course, you know, the books can be laid out in a line and they become a kind of a boundary, or they become points of curiosity. At that time, the natural environment is such a great teacher. You know, you wonder about the way Indigenous people respond on the landscape. Well, when you're there, you can't help but to be absorbed into the landscape in that way. So for me, yeah, there's a curiosity and a sense of returning to origins in some way. So it's great. I've done a lot of work on salt lakes in the past for my artworks, and also for eutrophied wetlands. So, and the difference between eutrophied and salt lake is that salt lake is pristine. So it's really nice. It's just a fantastic experience.